Good evening, sim racing fans. Welcome to the 24 Hours of Lemons iRacing League. Tonight we come to you from Watkins Glen International in the Finger Lakes of New York. Ryan Bauer, bearded sim racer here, joining you this evening, bringing you all the action. I'm also joined by Chris and Chrissy from Three Pedal Mafia. What's going on, guys? How we doing?
Hello.
Hey, Ryan.
Hello. So Sunduro at Watkins Glen, and the cars are 87 NASCARs and the Audi TCRs in Class A. We've got, that's their own class. Class A is the Mustang and Street Stock combo, and then Class B, MX-5 and Skip Barber. So we should have some good times out there tonight. Also,
just wonderful, wonderful track.
Yes, really, absolutely.
Probably on my, definitely on my top 5 bucket, wonderful, best tracks ever. Really.
Yeah, and we're out here at 6 in the morning right now, so got the golden hour going on here in the morning. Beautiful.
Watch out for deer.
Yeah, absolutely. Little light in the broadcast booth tonight. Mental's out of town. Hamza unavailable. Eric is AWOL. So, yeah.
Someone else
you guys are here.
Come up with Mental's plugs.
Yeah, we might be light on the plugs tonight. You know, those are only Mental can do those. Do justice to those.
It's just true. No one else can do it as well. So.
Duct Tape and Dreams asking, what is the most regular car in iRacing?
Miata?
Jetta? Yeah, I was gonna say Miata or Jetta probably. Take a look and see what kind of rides we've got here tonight. I know I want to take a particular look. Let's see here.
The sunlight is really pretty awesome on this. Yeah, really makes the cars pop.
The quick hands machine here. Lady A. Very nice.
Thunderbird.
Chungus Bird, I believe. Very nice. Nice.
Hey, she got all the sponsors on there.
Yeah. It's a lot of work. We'll come back to that. But, I'm loving all the 87s I'm seeing. This is excellent.
Yeah, let's take a look through all the themes. What have we got going on tonight?
Let me get... Oh, nice.
I mean, we could sit here for a while digesting everything that Ron has on here.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Wow.
Jersey Flex red tape, make your jugs legal.
Well,
okay, sure.
So here's the history of that.
Okay.
Is that in New Jersey, the gas stations will only fill cans that are red. So when you go to your Lemons race and you have your Hunsikers, which are clear, like white, they won't fill them. So people wrap them in red duct tape and then that's good enough, and they will then fill it.
Excellent.
So that's why, Jersey red, make your jugs legal. There you go, Ron. Well done, sir. Well done. Ron always has a great theme. Yeah, and he's got his. He's got the EDOs on there.
Yeah,
he had
Mr. Potato Head
on the front fender, which is always funny. And all the sponsors right there. Well done, Ron.
Yep, excellent. The old Microsoft ride here, making a comeback.
Oh, hey, I had an Amiga 500. I noticed he mentions that in the back.
It's nice.
I was like,
ooh, nice retro Top Flight Computers logo there. Very nice. I like it.
I think he needs an AOL reference on there too.
That's what's on the CDR that Bill Gates is holding up. The AOL free trial.
Yeah.
We've got the Matt Sitko with Dale Earnhardt storming the beaches of Normandy on the back of it. Excellent.
Absolutely. Always a classic. Always appreciated.
The crazy race, NASCAR race today. I actually watched it. They were running wide open pretty much the whole time at Vegas. Nuts. 550 horsepower package, so. Let's fix this. There we go. Now we can see. Uncle Dave with the Wawa machine.
Excellent. Thanks, Dave. Dave knows what it's about. Wawa is the way to go. Wawa over sheets. Sorry, Donnie. You're wrong.
Ace Ventura Pet Detective. Nice. Isotoner. Finkel is Einhorn, yeah. Very nice. Well done, Shane. Yeah. The Richard Petty look here, going for Michael Britton.
Boo. Boo.
Yeah.
Not interesting enough. You should
too
feel
close.
bad. Boo. Yeah. Too close. All right. What have we got here? There's a track. This is like a real race car.
Yeah, I think so.
You can do better, Jared.
Nice. How about it? I like the alien. Nice touch.
Yep. Alien says we're number 1. That's good.
That's right. Oh, Moosh Long Ice.
Ice.
Ooh, look at the spec map
good.
on it too. It's got like the Plastidip look to it. It's shiny in certain spots, and that's nice.
And very matte. Otherwise,
Oh,
only
I like the
lamps.
license
That's
plate.
good.
Nice.
Yeah. Brake for Moose, you could save your life. That is a sign exactly like that. That is in New Hampshire. They have those signs up everywhere.
Nice.
And they used to, back in the day, have a number of how many collisions, and they kept having to change it. And then they decided, oh no, we'll just put hundreds of collisions because we don't want to keep changing the signs. So that's why it says hundreds of collisions.
I like it. All right.
I mean, someone must know what this is. I mean, some people with a cat. And there's a cat.
There's another cat. Yeah. Bruce the Goose.
Apparently, their farm has a goose and a cat and a dog.
Nice.
Nice. It's a nice dog.
Nice touch.
All right.
Moose Claw Hard Seltzer.
That's good.
Nicely done.
That is good. No loss. Now, what does it say on the hood there?
They share in awe when you're sporting a claw. They stare in awe when you're sporting a claw.
In awe.
When you're sporting a
We're
claw.
gonna have to use that one.
I mean, I like it.
Forget there ain't no loss. They stare in awe. Yeah.
Duct Tape and Dreams saying Goldshaw Farm might be a YouTube channel.
Okay.
With the
Good to
cat.
know.
And
Thanks.
yeah, that probably explains it.
Yeah.
Big ass fans. Those are awesome fans.
They are.
Big
Paddock
fan.
Garage big enough to
I'm
have a fan.
a big fan.
Yeah.
Nice. I like the
That works.
hitting the rev limiter there. Double A. Very nice. Oh my.
Huh.
Oh yeah, that's right. Apparently it's Kevin's birthday tomorrow. It's last day of being 29. Last day in his 20s.
Congratulations, Kevin. It doesn't really change anything.
Right? Got the Gordon's Fisherman logo there. Very nice. The Bish. Nice. Still right. Tipping on 44 wrapped in 4 Vogues. What is going on here? Beard Swang Eraser, Lean Productions, Tip Flight Computers, nice.
Uh-huh.
SLA Bacchus Repair by Paul Wall. Okay.
Oh, we got to pull Randy in at some point and say, like, what are you doing? Like, tell us more.
Here, we'll just do that now. Hey, Randy, how we doing?
Not too bad. You?
I'm doing pretty good. We're just having a look at your livery, and yeah, interesting.
Tell us more.
Well, I mean, what else is there other than like we're still out here? We're tipping on 4 4s wrapped in 4 Vogues.
All right. I don't know who Paul Wall is, so.
Okay, so here's what you need to do. You need to grab yourself like a couple styrofoam cups. You gotta have 2 of them together. And you need to fill that cup mostly with Sprite and then a little bit of like codeine cough syrup. Drink that and everything will make sense.
Okay.
Good to know.
Gotcha.
Yep. that just your like tip on life is drink Sprite with codeine cough syrup and suddenly everything works? Is that?
I mean, most of my life tips are indeed based on like 20-year-old, Houston car culture. But in this case, that one's pretty specific.
Yeah. Excellent. All right.
So how are you digging Watkins Glen so far there, Randy, man?
It's not bad. It's better than it was in practices whenever, the track was set at the surface of the sun.
Yeah, we're out here at 6 in the morning. 6:30 now.
In person, it is a wonderful track to drive. It's great. And and you've got to have some testicular fortitude at times, certainly. Like coming up the hill and the climbing S's there. In our Lemon Civic, I'd be shifting into 6th coming up that hill, and you're just going into a little tunnel of guardrail, and you just got to hold on and make it through.
And right after, you're on this very long straight, and you're like, if there's like wind or a rock or I lose a wheel, I'm gonna die. So it's really, there's a lot of the part of this, and there's not a lot of runoff in some of these corners, as you'll see. So it's really concerning. This corner, as we're in the, this is turn 11, if you look at the wall, you'll drive at the wall. I did that, and then all of a sudden I turned at the very last second I happened to turn my head, and I did not hit the wall. But there's a lot of corners that are, if you're looking at, there's not a lot of runoff, and if you fuck up, you're in trouble.
Yeah, totally.
A lot of Armco.
Yeah, so where Randy's coming up now, he's on. This is where like that curb right there, you got to stick 2 wheels on the curb, and it sucks you in. But here's where we're putting the Civic into 6, going in there. So we were hitting I think we were hitting 130, 125 at least in a Lemon's car here. Like you're moving.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Sounds like a sketchy situation.
Well, it's exciting.
The thrill.
And then this next corner Randy's going to go through now. This is a long, sweeping, high-speed corner. And if you wash out wide, you spin, you're just into the guardrail. That's it. Done.
Oh, there he goes.
Like Randy's. Yep, there you go. Into the guardrail.
It happens.
Well done.
See, now, I'm still not entirely sure if you guys are talking about Watkins Glen or like some of the really janky bits of construction on the PA Turnpike.
I think it's probably, I was going to say yes, it's applicable to both, right?
Yeah. All right, Carl, there you go. He's got his natty bow with Maryland in there, which is actually Carl's actual team has a giant natty bow head that they wear as a costume, especially when they ride around in a big wheel wearing that head.
Huh.
I definitely remember drag racing someone in Carl's team wearing the natty bow head and the big wheel while we were on our Jazzy scooter, and the Jazzy had him off the line, but they got us by the finish.
Damn, nice right here for Josh.
Getting all the sponsors in there. Excellent.
Nicely done.
Nice 5 1/4 floppy disks.
Yeah. Like the 10mm socket. Yeah, the 10mm Mafia. Those wheels are popping. Very nice. Nice choices. Oh, this is the TARDIS. Nice. Huh? All right. Self-love, all you need is hand.
This is good.
Yeah. These like those
Well done.
refrigerator magnet things where you put the words together.
Yep.
Nice.
Except with a very specific font and logo.
Ooh, here we go. When you want to bish your toilet, Carfox. X-Lax. Nice. Works quicker than a Sunduro. I like how the Carfox is, making sure you know what's going on.
Yep, and it's making very clear what the product does right there. That's important. Nice to know.
Nice. Nicely done.
The roof there, we've got some cheese.
Cheese, some
pretzels. Yep.
Yeah.
Cheese and pretzel. Okay. Sure. Sounds great.
Oh, Blinky.
I suppose you need the X-Lax if you eat too many cheese and pretzels. But
got the Giga Blast. Very nice. Very nice. Sexual chocolate. Nice.
That's great.
Somebody call me.
The Randy Watson. Oh yeah, McDowell's home of the Big Mac. Yeah, this is what is it? Coming
to America.
Coming to America. Didn't they reboot that as a show?
They just did a reboot on the movie, and which I've seen it. Amazon keeps trying to say, "Hey, you should watch this," and I said, "No, thanks." Mostly because I heard I heard the NPR film critic review on it, which I can't get much more like white guy than this. If I hear the NPR film critic review of Coming to America, and he says like, yeah, it really was pretty lame. It was basically just redoing the first movie slightly differently. Oh well.
Here we go. Another look at the quick hands machine. The glowing rotors, very nice. Nice. Uh-oh.
Doing some landscaping, that's important. Yeah. Still using an Xbox controller, apparently, based on the inputs.
Nice. Lovely.
Someone must get that. All right.
Yeah, nice. 4X Files. Stank. Oh, it's got everybody's name on the 4X Files. That's awesome.
All the aliens. Yeah, this is it.
Beautiful. And the stank alien. Oh, I thought it had a French horn. That would have made it even better.
Yeah, those are the aliens. That's for sure.
Well, Carl never disappoints.
Yeah. Well done, Carl.
There's Santiago.
Yep.
Etiago. Whoa. We're dying, apparently. Need to be careful.
Scully, have you ever heard of the Blinky Monster?
In the very front, there's a Ford probe.
Yeah, that's perfect. It would be better if it was a brown probe, but still very nice. Nice touch. Oh my, knocking on Kevin Mobe's door. Thank you for letting me be myself. What? Jeez.
This is lovely.
Try and
the pan flute, yeah.
Carry on, Wayward Nelson. Wake me up before you go. I was born a rambler, man. This is great. When you bishop on a car. Let me turn this off so we can get a better look at this. I'm not sure who Zamfir is, but this is great. Sorry seems to be the hardest Edward. Who's let the dogs out? All the young rudes. If I was Dave Carpenter. Ron Harrington. Wow, fight the Bauer. Nice. This is great. Man, there's so much.
Someone is very creative and was very bored.
Don't stand too close to me. Oh man, so good, so good. David Bryan, tonight's winner.
Well done, David. Yeah.
Come on, Schlavine, instead of come on, Eileen. Oh my God.
Like, the level of messed up I've had to be to make some of my paints. I just wake up in the morning on the floor and like they're in Photoshop, and even I'm sitting here like, damn, man.
The Woody Woodpecker theme. I like Auburn bites the dust. Yeah. Thank you for letting me be my elf. Be my mice elf again. Wow. Ooh. So many good things.
Well done, David. Upstate New York theme. Got it. Well done.
Big turnout tonight. Looks like 40 cars.
That's great.
Yeah. Team event too. Oh, that nice rusted out Miata. Complete with front end damage. Very nice. Ooh, shiny. Oh, there's the
it's a Brougham. It's got the Landau roof.
Yep, the chrome trim.
And the chrome bumpers.
Nice.
Yeah, the Jetta Brougham.
Very nice.
That's basically what the Audi is. Well done, David. At first
Never
I said
had too much.
Then I saw the subtlety and said, "Aha, okay."
Get the Doritos and Mountain Dew on the Skippy. Uh-oh. It's the bright ride for Nate.
Everyone will see Nate coming from far away.
There's one Wrangler car. That's not too bad. In the whole field, there's 2 cars that don't have paints. That's not too bad. Ooh, nice. Complete with rubber.
Excellent.
Yeah.
The extra tire donuts there are excellent and
like the texture. Yeah, nicely done.
Yeah.
There's the ooh, nice. Getting up on 2 wheels. Nice. Pull a sec. Hornet, that's one of the Daytona USA cars, I think, from the Daytona USA game. Very nice. Trading paint special. We've seen this. Oh, there goes. Where's Matt going? Oh.
Straight into the wall. That's where Matt's going.
Ah.
Yep. That went well.
Oh. Ouch. So yeah, there's a look at our liveries tonight. 35, 6, 7, 8, 9. 39 teams signed up right now. Fantastic. Well, there's one we missed.
I just noticed Ron's team name is Blown Stimulus Esports.
Correct.
That's good. That's nice, Ron. Well done.
Watkins Glen Summer Jam, Grateful Dead, Allman Brothers Band. Oh yeah, it's like, yeah, they actually had concerts here back in the day.
Noon till question mark.
That's right. Ooh, $10. Nice. Oh! Perfect. Perfect timing there. About 6 minutes in warm up here, and then we'll have a 2-hour awkward silence where we watch cars go around the track. We don't have mental tonight, so yeah.
Without mental here, we're like not used to talking all that much. But
yeah,
him,
this is between him and Hamza, they could carry a show.
How do we not have like a Cowboy Woody doll where you pull the string and it's just some stupid ass mental phrase comes out?
The technology exists. We should create one of those. I think we need a mental soundboard.
We only have 180 episodes of podcast to pick from to do that. I think we're almost there. And you know who could help you go through all those episodes and find those best sound bites is your top flight computer could handle that processing power. Because it takes an incredible computer to go through all of Mental's bullshit things. So get your top flight computer to do that.
And at the end of your 7-day binge of EONR podcasts from the beginning of time, you'll want to drive to the pier. The car that you drive to the pier needs tires. That's where Yokohama Tire comes in.
And that car needs insurance. Faith Insurance AG is going to be able to hook you up with that because you want to be safe driving to the pier.
Nicely done. Take a lap here with David Beland and his Audi TCR for Tripophobics Anonymous. It's out for a nice Sunday morning drive. Dave Karp is sad that his JD McDuffie theme won't load.
Makes us feel better that if you don't have a livery, if you tried, that's okay.
Yeah, he had a livery. From what I saw before. Yeah, the Allman Brothers thing. That's still cool though. All good.
No, hopefully Santiago is actually on his rig, not using a crappy controller. Some days when he's traveling, he is all over the place and using his controller.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Oh,
he found the access road. Great.
pit entry. Well, nicely
Good for
done.
you.
Like a glove.
He
to
tried
quote
that.
the Ace Ventura reference from earlier. Very nice.
That's funny. Really nice turnout tonight. That's so awesome.
Oh yeah.
Good to see
Big
so many
field.
cars. Good to see that pit crew is talking about their pit strategy. So serious.
The familiar look for the Hesser Mustang.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
Oh, there's a wall there. Yeah, pit crew's talking all about strategy.
They look serious.
So where do you guys want to get ice cream? I can hear them say.
Hey, how are the kids? Oh, good. What did you have for dinner last night? Cool. That's awesome.
So this weekend, we actually fired up our new our build you guys have been hearing about forever, our V8 300ZX. It ran and runs
Nice.
fine.
Yeah.
Fantastic. It's good news.
Yeah, it feels great after working on it for so long and having no idea of the real condition of the junkyard motor that we got for $150.
Always
So,
a gamble.
the fact-
Yeah.
Right, yeah. The $150 engine, not necessarily guaranteed to be great, but it's in, it runs, it makes oil pressure, it makes no bad noises. Like we're like if the race were this coming weekend, I'd feel okay about it. We're that
Nice.
close.
Solid that's a solid place to be. Good deal.
Yeah. So now we're starting to build our second car. So, which is Chrissy's daily driver until Saturday when we said, nope, now it's time to call it. It's a 07 Mazda 3 with over 250,000 miles. And we actually got its replacement almost a year ago of a nice, almost new Mercedes E400 wagon. And
Nice.
we've only driven that 5,000 miles in the last year because where are we going? But now we were trying to get the Mazda to 250, and we did. And we said, all right, let's make a race car.
It seems like a good time in a car's life for it to become a race car. Yeah, at least it's a Mazda, though. Yeah.
It's a good retirement for the car because Chrissy bought it new. So,
Wow.
right. So, we've had it for a long time and driven it a lot of places and made a lot of upgrades along the way. Like, as things wore out, we replaced them with better parts. So, it has like Speed 3 brakes and with a 2.5 liter engine and a 6-speed instead of a 2.3 and a 5-speed, and et cetera, et cetera. So now we're just starting to gut it today.
Nice.
All right.
Again, we have the TC NASCAR class, which is the 87 Monty and Thunderbird in the Audi TCR. Class A is the 500 FR 500S Mustang and Street Stock. And Class B is the MX-5 and Skip Barber. Mustang has a 20-minute fuel limit to compensate. And 4 quick repairs, 15 every 15X drive-through penalties. No clearing of black flags this week. And we're not going to be able to do a full course yellow, unfortunately. I was told it's a really bad idea on a road course, so we will not be doing that tonight. We'll click through our starting grid. Again, we have 39 teams signed up tonight, so should be plenty of action for us to pick up out here on the track. And thanks everybody for tuning in and getting in on the conversation. And yeah, if anything you want to talk about, give us a holler. But this should be entertaining.
I keep thinking of that concept as a meat space theme, just E1R action figures. Just pull a little string like whoop. No, Citroen doesn't have a title yet.
Looks like we're doing a full pace lap. Excellent.
Good one, Randy. I don't know how you'd pick one for mental, though. I mean, like a story that goes nowhere is too long. I suppose it could just be anything, and when he just starts talking, and then when the string ends, you're happy because the story's over.
You know how concept of infinite monkeys typing eventually gives you Shakespeare? This is just one monkey like throwing stuff out on a keyboard, and every time it's mental.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah.
We have the Skippy inside the pace car going on. Very nice. Working our way here down the back stretch. About a third of the way through our lap. About, 4 minutes from now, we should be getting the green flag.
Yeah, this is not a short track when you're following the pace car. Oh, good. They're warming their tires up. That's important.
Very.
That's why you're going to win. Although if you have Yokohama tires, you don't need to warm them up because they are always grippy right from the start.
Always ready to go. So it looks like we have 10 Class B cars at the front, and there's only 4 Class A's, and they're starting in the back, and there are 25 of the TC NASCAR between the Audi and the 87 NASCARs. So lots of good times out there. Look at all those cars. Love to see it.
Those are the fan favorites. It's the 87s, really. Come through the toe of the boot, which you don't grasp how big an elevation change that is from that picture. It is really significant. Someone's gigablasting.
Yeah, I was just gonna say someone has soggy internet.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice shot there. Look at that.
Hey, look at the trees swaying. Like Bob, who did the animations of the swaying trees in the breeze. Well done, sir.
Hey, there is a 10 mile an hour westward wind that is fluctuating quite a bit. Interesting. Now it's the southwest at 6 miles per hour. It is partly cloudy, 80 degrees Fahrenheit, with a track temp of 81 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's
Relative
lovely.
humidity of 51%. And the barometric pressure is 28 inches and rising. And the green flag's out. Here we go. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Ooh, here they come.
Good job on the weather there, AccuRyan.
Thank you. You're very welcome. Thank you for the feedback. It means a lot. Eric Hesser out to an early lead. Nice.
See, that's what we need for like those weeks where we're just a little slow and quiet. We need like that 90s smooth jazz from the Weather Channel.
Oh, well, that's pretty much what's playing right now. That's perfect.
Everyone loves the music on the local weather. Come on.
Your local weather on the 8s.
Your leader is upside down.
That didn't take long. not a lot of carnage on the first lap. I'm surprised.
They've got 2 hours to get it over with, to get it done.
Yeah.
This is nice.
We should do more standing starts. There's more carnage when you do a standing start.
That is true.
We pretty much always do standing starts in our UNR Monday night races, and they're hilarious. For which, hey, if you want to come join us at the UNR Monday night races tomorrow, let us know. Find us on any of our social medias-ish, and we'll give you the password. It's also our favorite brake pad, and if you're an endurance racer that likes her bestest brakes that might have something to do with Richard Petty, then you can figure it out. We just have that on there to keep the 12-year-olds out. So, or the actual serious racers who are trying hard.
There's some of those that are 12 too.
Duralast ceramic gold into the password, but it does not let me in.
Yeah, Wagner quiet stops. They're organic. They're made
Contact between Nate and Josh there. Looks like they're both going to continue. Josh down pit lane. Here comes the mustache. No surprise, Polasek out to a early lead. On board with Calvin Owens in his Miata, making his way up the hill onto the back straightaway.
So Nicholas A in chat says,
Yep. Yeah.
sorry, it says, too bad iRacing doesn't support a Le Mans standing running start. That would be great.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, we could have a Zoom with all the drivers just to make sure nobody's in their seat. And you just say go, and you just see like 40 pretty out of shape people run with their beers to their seat.
Yes, and
No, and no, Sean, we have not done Bathurst yet. No, we have not, but we should. Oh, there goes the 64 off the track.
Santiago, what are you doing, buddy?
No.
He's usually the one that just drifts that thing around like nobody's business. He's very comfortable being sideways.
Take another look at what happened here to Santiago. Too much.
Just
too much.
Yep. Still drivable.
Oh yeah.
No problem.
Hoosty got DQ'd for backing up into his pit. I think we could probably clear that. Let's see here.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah, let's see if I can figure out.
We have enough black flags in our Monday night races that Mental has a hotkey on his wheel for clear all black flags now.
All right, I think we got Josh squared away. Yep, back in his car. There we go.
Excellent.
Woohoo! Beautiful sight. All these different cars out here in the Finger Lakes.
It's a lovely spot up there, really.
We have done Le Mans before. We can go back there because we have used that track before, Jag. So I don't know when we'll do it again, as Carl Edward gets it wrong there in the Interloop bus stop, whatnot.
Oh, and Soggy's got bacon. I can't wait for meat space, literally meat space, with Soggy handing out meat from his trunk.
Oh,
that's always good.
Oh. Carl having a rough lap.
Now the skippy might be a little faster without the wings, though.
He shortened it up a little bit. But yeah, we should go back to Le Mans. What did we do? The 87s and I'm trying to remember what else we did there. Lotus 49. No.
At night, though. Cars with no headlights at night.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
We did that on one of our Monday night races at Sebring. When you guys were running Sebring, we ran at night with no headlights, and you know there are lights at Sebring, but only in certain spots. So,
oh, Carl!
Oh, Carl, what are you doing? Oh,
see if we can get turned.
Well done,
yeah,
Carl.
see if we can get turned around without getting destroyed. There we go.
Right.
I mean, the 87s do get the new damage model this week. Monza can be a very different shenanigan.
Oh, there's a track blocker up in the S's. Oh God! Oh God! Oh
no!
Oh, there goes Santiago. Oh, more death.
Yeah. Oh, you're going hard up that hill and you can't see a thing.
We need a death count. Yeah. Let's go back and take a look.
0085.
See if we can figure out what started that here. Not sure if this is what started the track block or not.
Well, the first
Death
time we
count,
saw
eat
you
a
were
peach. It's right.
First time
Yeah.
you were on Dave Carpenter's. You were. I was wondering if it was him, but. Hey, Ron, what are you doing? Get it on the track.
Huh. Interesting. Okay, here we go. Ooh. Oh no.
Yes, which car is that?
That's the 420 machine, I believe. That is Jay Becker.
Oh, I can't
go.
believe Becker started. He is usually like unbelievably good.
Oh, curb. And then guardrail.
Yeah.
And then and then Dave didn't even wow.
He had no chance. Right.
No, zero.
Wow.
Here's a look at it in real speed. There you go. Oh boy. Oh.
That's the worst. And coming up that hill is so blind. So you're just going up and you're like, I'm gonna be fine. There's cars on the side face.
Oh.
No.
See how many more we've got collected there. Oh, there goes Nate in the guardrail. There are two more in the guard. Ooh.
Well, really,
Santiago,
they can't see at this point. They can't see that there's cars there. It's all right. Everybody's good. Collect yourselves. You still have an hour and 50 minutes. You're fine.
This is just the beginning.
It is. Plenty of race
You come
to
up
go.
that hill, you have no idea. Oh.
That's definitely the hill and the straight that you're like, I'm flat out. If I hit something or something hits me, I'm going to die.
Why is there one Skippy? I think there's two.
I mean, now there's probably enough parts to make one.
Good point. So Polasek leads, Aaron Smith in second, Eric Bureau in third, Jarek Duclos in fourth, and Nathan Adler run out your top five. Jonathan Samuels first in Class A in a street stock. And Calvin Owens is leading the way in Class B. Nice battle here for the lead in Class B between Calvin and Andy.
Is Jay Pentecost really 5 laps up? 11 minutes in, or something wrong with the timing and scoring? No.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he towed. He's not on the track, so eventually that'll reset. But no, Polasek is your leader. He's also in first, apparently. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
What to tell Mental no more vacation days.
Oh, he's actually, he's coming back. He's doing Extreme Experience in Texas. So he's probably on his way back to home.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yeah. Yep.
What is Extreme Experience?
Oh, it is a, basically you can have a person pay to either drive or sit in a supercar. But he is, Mental is there being part of the he's driving the car. So basically he shows them what the car can do, warms up the car, and then either the person pays to drive it or sit with Mental being the driver and tries to,
like an instructional kind of thing almost. Nice.
Yeah, yep. With
cool.
supercars, yeah. So there's there's Lambos and Ferraris and all the flashy cars. All
Are they
pretty
at Coda
colors.
or where was it? You said Texas.
I forget where they are. They're not at Coda. I think it's Texas. I'll look it up. Sure. Mental secretary will tell us.
Yes, the Jimi Hendrix Experience. That's correct.
See, this just strengthens the business case for RoboMental. And by RoboMental, I mean that same little voice box thing, but strapped to a Roomba with a bottle of tequila.
Okay. Sure.
Terrible.
Why not?
Oh, and I think he'll agree to it. It's fine.
It has to be very enthusiastic, because that's...
It needs arms that jump when you're oh, things happening. Ah!
Yeah, just imagine being at pit race here in a month or so, just trying to get some sleep, and suddenly you hear a little banging at the foot of your bed or whatever. You look down, it's just RoboMental going, I worked at Best Buy before there was Geek Squad.
Randy, you're gonna be at pit race.
Oh yeah, that's Nigerian HQ.
Yeah, no, Chrissy doesn't know that you are signed up on helping to ruin the national championship. So. Which car are you bringing, Randy? The Subaru, or?
We're bringing the Subaru, the Nissan, and if one of them blows up, we'll probably, crash prep a Simca.
Nice. The Simca. I hate that terrible little car, but I also am fond of it. So. Yeah. It's a long time ago I drove that car. I'm happy to see it still sports those incredible 1991 wheels.
Oh yeah, those wheels are wonderful. I mean, they're knockoffs and they're made out of depleted uranium, but they're wonderful.
Totally. The ride, though, it also is spectacular in that car. You can hit all the curbs out there. It doesn't really matter, because the French, they love a smooth ride.
I'm imagining many things do matter at 24 miles an hour.
Absolutely. Yeah, Spank told me to blow that car up. He said, please blow the car up. And I tried really hard. And then at one point, the oil pressure gauge said 0, and I felt bad, and I came in. And it was just the gauge line had come loose, so we tightened the line up and went back out. Still couldn't blow the thing up.
So, we're not really interested in performance with it. Really, our biggest upgrade that we're looking to do is hook up the proper electronics and speakers so that with every rotation of the wheel, all you hear is a honk. So as it goes down the pit straightaway, it's
Yeah.
So I reset timing and scoring it, and it didn't help. Apparently, it put Polisek in first, but still showing 2 people in first place. I guess because the 25 towed before he completed a lap.
Well, Pancos is going to be our real winner tonight, then. Let's see. If you towed before you completed a lap, then good for you. Something's going right.
I think that's what happened. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're on board with AA Ron, the Wart Burglar for life.
Oh, yeah.
Also a fan of turtles and Chevrolets.
Nice. I like turtles.
Yep. Totally.
Nice gaggle of cars here going down into the boot part of the track.
Hey, Jag, you're right. Sure Experience does have a Chevy SS. That is their kind of pace car. And you can pay a much smaller amount than driving the supercar to ride along in the SS ahead of time, which is actually a great way to go. Like, if you're going to do Extreme Experience and drive the cars, you should do the pace laps in the SS because it gives you an idea where the track goes ahead of time for people who aren't used to doing this kind of thing. So it's a great way to go. Yeah, and Larry Horse, you're right. It's always AA Ron.
Yeah. I can't not read it. Yeah.
AA Ron. Uh-huh.
Some nice battles going on here mid-pack.
So Randy, at Pitt, if you're bringing the Simca, I assume that if I'm ever a little peckish and looking for a baguette or some crepes, that I can find those in your paddock. Is that right?
I mean, with or without a Simca, that is indeed correct.
All right, good to know. Thank you. Did you guys get a garage, or are you roughing it?
Oh yeah, I mean it's Pittsburgh in April weather-wise. We got a garage.
Cool. Are you in the north garages or the ones under the timing? What?
I honestly don't know this time.
All right. We usually try to get the north ones, but we were late, so we have 3 on the track side of the ones on the top of the hill. So that's going to be the party central.
I mean,
we almost got 4, so we have room for our hot tub, but we'll squeeze it in.
It's not a party without the hot tub, eh?
I mean, I don't understand people that go to races without a hot tub. Like, what is wrong with these people?
you have to get in the hot tub early because then you don't feel disgusting when you get out of the hot tub. If you go in on Friday night or Saturday night, you have to get a shower because you have all of the bad diseases.
By the end of Saturday night, the hot tub has become man's soup. And it takes on a bit of a gray shade. So, a bit.
Larry Horse with the new business idea. The Lemons Experience, where you take and truck a bunch of ex-pizza delivery cars to tracks across the country and just drive people around in them. Yeah, Lemons Experience.
Go for it, Larry.
Polisek does have a 25-second lead. Goodness gracious.
We got our eyes on you, Polisek.
Yeah, we do. Let's see here. Still a nice battle here between Carl, Kevin, and Al. Nice.
Seriously, Kevin, 30 doesn't feel any different. Neither does 40. It's fine.
Love the carousel there. Great turn.
Yeah, and as you're going through it, you're saying, you know, if anything lets go, I'm right into that guardrail. Yep.
Another battle back here. Santiago and Uncle Dave. Jonathan Samuel and Ron Harrington, all somewhat close to each other. Ooh, contact.
Santiago's car is visible from a great distance with that very bright livery. So what was Uncle Dave's theme? He had Wawa, but he changed it to something different, and we actually refreshed it. Can we switch over to that and see what we've got? Rumple. Someone must get it. I don't know, Dave. Sorry,
it's
buddy.
the JD
Sure
McDuffie theme that he said that
thing.
wouldn't load. So apparently it did.
No
The
clue.
JD McDuffie theme that wouldn't load. Yeah, it loaded. I can only tell because of the signature. Interesting choice for a race at Watkins Glen.
So what is it? I have no clue.
So JD McDuffie was a NASCAR racer back in the day, and he actually died in a crash here at Watkins Glen.
Oh, okay. All right, now it makes sense.
Yeah, it was before they had the inner loop right here, where you're this like the bus stop to slow you down.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you would be hauling into that corner otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good choice. Put the bus stop there.
Oh yeah. Looks like Nate's made a nice recovery, running in P6. Blinking out, but that's okay.
Got his Giga Blast. If anyone's interested.
Brian Davidson asking where Watkins Glen is. I can actually help you with that. Here's a look at where Watkins Glen is. It's in the Finger Lakes of New York.
It's wonderful up there. Except in the winter. Then it's terrible.
So yeah, that's where we are. That's where Watkins Glen is. I hope that was helpful.
You were right there with the graphic, Ryan.
Oh yeah, on point.
Well,
on point.
That's some solid consumer advice and helpful commentary.
Yes. Well, thank you.
I keep seeing 87s on the walls. These tires are getting liquid in a hurry.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's another AA run.
Another double A run. How about
I
it?
wonder if he likes turtles too.
Looks like the 420s used one of his quick repairs to get back out here and join the action.
How many do they have tonight? 4, I think?
4, yeah, 4.
If you need more than that, then I mean you're not really doing anything anyway. You're just driving around. So
Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad.
right.
Basically one for every half an hour.
I mean, I would need one every 10 minutes, typically, with a lot of these things. The NASCARs are a little harder to drive. Like this last week, we did obviously Watkins Glen, and our first race was kind of the usual group of cars. The second race, we did all NASCARs on the Cup circuit here, mostly newer NASCARs, but also included the 87s. And I had a 2016 Fusion, whatever it is. It's not a Fusion. It's whatever the 2016 NASCAR is. I crashed it almost constantly, and everyone else did too. These are really hard to drive on a road course. They have just so much power. You have to be very careful with how you use the gas. It's tough. I just crashed a lot. Yeah, I didn't come in last though, but close.
Do we know where the E1R race tomorrow night is?
Well, what is next week's Lemons race here? Whatever that is, it's usually what we do. Unless it was boring or like if it's just trash sprints or something like that, we'll do something different. Let me look it up.
Yeah, it's trash sprints at Irwindale and I guess the iRacing Super Speedway. Nice.
Irwindale. We haven't done Irwindale in a while.
Yeah. Well, hey, how about this? If it's something like that, we're open to options. So, what do people want? Hit us up on any of our social medias and tell us, where would you like to race this on tomorrow's E1R race. You know, last time you guys did trash sprints, we did Barber, and we had a great time at Barber, and we even included trucks too, which is always fun because at Barber in the trucks, the black flag's always clear, and you know the Pro 2s are about as fast as the B class cars if they cut all the corners right. So. And we've done like Alton Park and what's that Australian course that is now a shopping mall, and things like that. So, hey, we're open.
Nice. I think a race at the Jefferson Circuit would be hilarious at Summit Point, that little track they have at Summit Point.
That's a terrible track, though. It's awful.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
If only Shenandoah were on there. Like, Shenandoah Circuit is great. It's a little roller coaster. It's so much fun. We used to love going there with Lemons, but you know, we outgrew the facility basically. Plus, not so safe, considering a deer flew over our boat on a racetrack. It hit a different car and then it flew over our boat, which is not something you can say very often. Is a deer flew over my boat on this racetrack. I was driving. It was. Yeah, it was exciting.
Wow.
No one believed us. Even the people who showed the video, and they think it's fake. Yeah, the picture of the deer bouncing off the Alpha and flying over the boat. It stares right at the GoPro camera as it's going over it. Like, we're gonna have to find that and post it in the chat so you can put it up, Ryan. It's amazing.
Oh yeah.
So last year, the very, very first You Donate, I Drink race we did was when we were running Jefferson, and my scheme that night had on the great big side of it, there was a picture of that deer stolen from that GoPro video.
Excellent. Yeah. Actually, the deer bounced off of the race-leading Alfa Romeo at the time, and after doing so, that's when it bounced right over my head. Actually, the deer went over the top of the center of the car. I'm just happy it didn't land in the back of the boat, because to have a wounded wild animal in the back of your race car, feet from you, at 80 miles an hour, that's tough.
Yikes. Yes, Jag, we have the Nürburgring here on iRacing.
Picture is coming very shortly.
Nice.
If you look it up, it shows up the third picture. That's amazing. Oh, and the funny thing is about this the Lemons race that the deer flew over the car. We don't usually put the GoPro above on the windshield. And for some reason, Jeff was like, let's just put it up on top, just so we can see a little different view. We've never done it before and never did it again, but we happened to do it when the deer hit the windshield and flew over the car.
Wow.
Right. So the picture is now in the chat. So
yep.
It just went right over the top of the boat. And so the picture I just put in the chat, right? This is not Photoshop. This is an actual screen grab from the GoPro.
Crazy.
It is crazy. But also Summit is notorious for deer running on the track, and there's been a lot of all of their different tracks. They've had this issue many times, very, very fast cars going down straights and deer hitting them. It's just, I think in the last 2 years they've done a really good job of trying to put some wiring up so they could keep the deer out, but the deer hitting cars driving down some of the straights, they've been going very fast and had really bad accidents with deers.
Yeah, there's a great video of a Corvette track. Oh, there we go. Yep, that's it. That is not photoshopped. That is the actual screen grab of a car I was driving at the time when that happened. Yep. Yep. The race leading Alpha there, their windshield is broken. Who knew you can't get a windshield for Alfa Romeo and Milano in West Virginia on a Saturday? So they ended up cutting out the bottom of their pit cart, which was expanded steel, and welding that in front of the driver to be able to continue the weekend. But yeah, this is real, not photoshopped. Oh yeah. So if anyone wants to see the video, it's on YouTube of it's Oh Dear, of course.
Oh Dear.
Lemons. Yes.
Wow.
I think we were over 100,000 views last I saw that one. We should have monetized it. Oh well.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah, Bathurst and kangaroos. That's a good point. Poconos had some trouble with critters too. Hey, scoring's fixed. Yay.
Oh, good. Hey, Polysek, if you're out there, slow it down. Or hey, anyone else in the race? 347. That's your leader, and he's leading a little too much. You know what to do. Apparently at some point a number of clubs actually pitched in to the to the building of higher fencing for deer. Also useful in keeping out drunk locals, because there was definitely one time when we were there and Hyperfest was there that a drunk redneck wandered onto the track that was hot.
Ooh.
So that was good. Yeah.
Yikes.
That also happened at Carolina Motorsports Park too during the 24. You know, you get enough moonshine in you. Seems like a great idea.
That's insane.
Craig, yes, this is Lemons. I don't know how you stumbled on it otherwise. Like, it says it pretty clearly. It's Lemons. Glad to have you here, though, buddy.
He's confused. Craig, this is the 24 Hours of Lemons iRacing League. If you're interested in getting involved, you can go to isuckatracing.com. All the information is there. Welcome to the party.
Could you just imagine going to like Hollywood to see some game show, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna see The Price is Right, and like you're in overflow, so you get roped into this. Like, what the hell is going on here, guys?
So much fun though. No, really fun. This is so much fun. Rainey, thanks for being in the box and driving at the same time.
Yeah, thanks, Randy.
I mean, if you can't be good at either, you might as well be mediocre at both.
Okay. Truth.
It's not much, but it's honest work.
Lady A, money shifting. F's in chat. Getting a quick repair.
Oh, no.
Man, like, these races have gotten so calm. Like, I remember last year when we were all just terrible. I feel like we need to think about branching out into something that none of us know how to do. Like, I want to see a weekend where it's just Lemon's Flight Simulator.
With planes?
Yikes.
That would be amazing.
Just like the Red Bull
Ryan,
Air
can you
races.
Make that happen?
Sure.
Can you make that happen?
Sure.
I like it. Good idea. Yeah, it's almost a year. We've been here. I mean, not iRacing. And the aliens have been iRacing for a while, and everybody caught on and drank the Kool-Aid because they're like, oh, I can't race in real life, so let's iRace.
Woo woo.
Right? Yeah, not bad. We had just bought our sim rig for the Christmas 2 years ago, and got ready to race, and we're like, oh, we can do this. That was when real life was still happening, and then all of a sudden we're like, oh, that's all we do. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I bought my rig 4 years ago, something like that. Like,
Wow.
and then it's sat and I'm like, oh man, I'm never gonna use this. And then, this year.
You're like, every night I have something to do. Go.
Craig's saying he wants to see
no,
$500 airplanes.
Come on.
Oh.
That was amazing. You did nothing. You did nothing. Nobody hurt you. It was just you. It was all you.
Incredible.
I think $500 Airplanes was a TV show called Junkyard Wars. It ran in like 98.
Oh yeah, Junkyard Wars. I used to watch that. Coffin not included. Good point. That's twice that Jay Becker's had a run-in with the guardrail now that we've seen. Oh! He gone. Oof.
All right, I got a Polisek about 9 seconds behind me. How are we feeling about his performance tonight?
Right?
It's exceeding.
he just,
It's
like,
exceeding required limits.
Right? Go a little sideways. Kind of just like put yourself on park and get your beer and stuff. You know.
This is like you just quoted the exact like pre-flight checklist that goes through my head for every race.
And that's how E1R races go. I mean, we have a really good time, but there's plenty of times where you're just like, wait, why is that guy sitting in the pit lane for no reason? Oh.
Hamza will just park himself on the side of the straightaway sometimes and to go get a beer, or just sit there. No, I'm just having a beer. Fine.
I mean, I don't want to say our races are races. Like we legit race.
The aliens are always there and racing hard. Then there's those of us schlubs in the back just trying to survive.
Or I feel like I'm doing really well, and all of a sudden an alien comes up and just kind of pits me or something, and they're just like, whatever. And I'm like, I was doing so well. It's fine. It's a race.
Admittedly, over the last month or so, there seems to have been a pattern where you'll be out there in a skippy and I'll be behind you in something that's not a skippy, and I'll just completely forget that they don't break at the same point.
Yes.
But it's okay, because you stopped for me, so thank you.
Contentious Otter. Yeah, the driver's okay that flipped there in the Miata. Back out on the track. Warped into another dimension momentarily, but he's back.
All right, Polisek has gained about 8 seconds on me in a lap. This aggression will not stand.
Okay. Go to it.
You know what to do.
Do it.
Pace car.
A lot of good racing going on here.
Big time.
I know.
Oh god, I think I accidentally killed him.
Oh no!
Hey, well done. Can we go to that shot there? Can we go to like? There we go. Here's the problem, Randy. You're going backwards. Oh no. No.
Mike, if you're listening, I only meant to block you. I didn't mean to kill your bloodline there.
He didn't hit anything. He didn't hit anything, so he's okay.
But you slowed him down.
Yeah, there we go.
He's still in the lead. He's just a little less in the lead. So, Randy, perfect, actually.
Yeah, that was nicely done.
Didn't hurt anything. It's all good.
Nate up to 5th now. Nobody around.
Nobody around.
Everybody's pretty spread out, except for back here.
Yeah, those guys.
So, Randy, you guys are you going to really bring the Simca to pit? Because even if you don't race it, it would be great to bring it just to drive around the paddock and as like a...
I mean, it depends on if we get it running by then. Like, it might show up as a pit vehicle just, because our HQ is so close.
Yeah, what is the condition of the Simca these days? And actually, for those that don't understand, this is a 1972, I think?
71, 72, something like that?
Simca it's a French Chrysler, is what it is. So it is a French car that was owned by Chrysler at the time. It is a tiny little, not even a hatchback, but it's a tiny little car with a very small,
And the microphone is in the neighbor's house.
Yep, sorry. Yeah, no,
There we go.
The
Hey,
Simca
welcome back.
1204 is a French Chrysler, and it has a very small engine. It is a really tiny little car, but it has very comfortable seats stock and a very comfortable suspension because the French love their ass pleasure. So it's a terrible car. Spank originally raced it out in the West Coast. I've had the unfortunate privilege of driving it in anger and amazingly not breaking it. And it has made its way across the country, actually through Mental's hands briefly, amazingly enough, and then to Sagi's hands, and now Randy's got it. And it's a terrible little car, but it's endearing to all of those people who have had their chance to drive it. So, like, I've driven it, Hamza's driven it, Mental's driven it, it's been around. It's a town bicycle.
Yeah, whenever Sagi pitched the idea to me, I'm like, okay, I'll go on YouTube, see what there is to learn. There is one video of the Simca 1204 in America, and it's Sagi picking it up from Mental like 10 years ago.
Yep. And the very first race we had with Spank, our theme was sign spinners. It's a SoCal thing of, the people that stand on corners and spin their signs. So you go to like Little Caesars or whatever they're going to do, right? So we made a bunch of signs in the hotel room the night before the race while eating the most glorious fish tacos ever from a Mexican place in Bakersfield. Anyway, so our one for the Simca was Le Mopar is a slow car, and it's true. We also had Spank had an Austin America too, so it was Austin America F yeah.
One does.
But spelled out correctly. What else do we have? I'm trying to remember what else we had. Those are the two that come to mind.
So, in answer to your question of its current state, it is almost exactly how we got it from Soggy. It is the motor that's in it has been melted to the point where we're just throwing the spare in and dealing with that one later. But that's not a particularly long job, so it might be thrown into spare / paddock vehicle / autocross duty in a minute or two.
Where does one find a spare Simca 1204 engine?
Front yard of the guy that you buy, your main 1204 engine from.
Yeah, it was right next to Soggy's burning trash pile. Got it. Understood.
I think it was the burning trash pile.
Yep, that's about right. Yeah. All right. Good. See, hopefully you don't blow that one up, because I don't know where you're going to find another one that is not France.
Well, we keep having this concept of like what we can do to this thing for just a little more oomph and maybe a little more ease of spare parts. And the running idea is just 2 Honda Goldwings strapped to the back.
I mean, that'll work. I was thinking a little less ambitious, like a Honda D series, small, lightweight, narrow, available, reliable, 120 horsepower. Probably about right. But 2 Goldwings, yeah, no fail in that plan. I'm sure that'll get done promptly, and it'll dominate.
Oh yeah, no teething issues at all.
Yeah, be fine. I look forward to being passed by it.
Out of curiosity, somebody that's not racing, could you tell me the French word for party?
Le party? No, that's not it. Actually, Christy's gonna look it up.
Mike says, trick question, the French do not have a word for party.
No, the French like to party. Yeah, we like to party. We.
It's like the whole aloha thing where every word means something, but it also means party.
I mean, apparently people in the chat are all saying fête is party in French. Thanks, everyone in chat. All of our Francophiles. Merci.
So, I mean, there's also the concept of what would apparently be called Le Fête ST, which would be just dropping a Fiesta ST drivetrain in it, since they're now pennies.
Sure. Oh, yeah, actually, you know what would be even better? The 1-liter EcoBoost 3-cylinder. Because a 3-cylinder is funnier.
Yeah, the only problem is I have seen one of those cars in my entire life. I don't know if anybody actually bought them.
I mean, someone must have. Car-park.com, nationwide search. They got to be out there.
Remember the Geo Metro had a 3-cylinder Isuzu engine in it?
And it was a Suzuki engine. The whole entire Geo Metro was made by Suzuki.
Nice.
Yep, 1 liters, 50 horsepower, and nothing but fun. And those things are incredibly tough because everyone that bought them was the cheapest person in the entire world. So they performed exactly 0 maintenance, and yet somehow those cockroaches continued to drive around for many, many years.
Oh, we're about to have a 3-wide situation there.
Winning, and it's by 50 seconds now.
Yep.
This shall not stand.
I mean, I killed him the one time, and then we collided again, and I died, and he's winning by that much. I'm almost afraid of his power at that point.
Yeah. Hey, everybody out there in Raceland. 347. It's red. He's winning by too much. And his team name is very creative. No, it's not. Yeah, a little bounce, but the 87s just keep rolling. They're fine. They're tough. That tire's totally not going to touch that fender. It's okay.
It is but a flesh wound. Just a flesh wound.
So Randy, we're thinking about doing something similar to what you guys are doing with the Simca. So we've got the Z running now, and like, if the race were next weekend, I'd feel okay about it, aside the fact that I haven't driven it at all, and it's probably only going to get driven around my block twice. But we've got the Mazda as our next race car, which is, we talked about Chrissy's 250,000 mile Mazda 3 that we're building. I think we're going to try to build them both and bring them both, even though we only have one entry, because when you have two new builds, they're going to have teething problems. So if we bring them both, when the one fails, we'll just use the other until we fix the first one, and then who knows? I think that is our greatest chance of success. We have two tow vehicles, we have two trailers. Why not?
Hey, there's no failure in this plan.
So that gives us about a month to build a car from scratch, which normally that would be an ambitious project, but this car runs and drives very well right now. So like, all we really got to do is all the safety stuff. So I think we can do it.
Nice drift from Kevin Hesser there.
05 was the year where the threes have that big dumb smiley face, right?
Now the big dumb smiley face came in 9 or 10 with the second generation design. So ours is a 7, so it's the first generation.
Because I really want to see like one of those big dumb smiley ones with the proper like 18-inch diameter wobbly eyes.
Yeah, Jeff has one of those that he is perpetually filled with trash and soup. He spills soup in it. He's never going to make his a race car though, but we are.
See, whenever we took our Nissan to Gingerman for its first race last year, we had an interesting conversation of why we have to clean out the insides. Now, the inside was full of landscaping debris because the night before leaving, our one teammate is not necessarily the most versed in towing technology, and he ghost rode the whip straight into the woods as it bounced off the trailer.
Awesome. That's good.
Any idea how hard it would be to put a cage in a Volvo 780?
780 Bertoni Coupe. What a wonderful car. No harder than anything else. In fact, it's a Volvo, so it's fewer bends. It's like any other car. And that used to be on my short list of a car that I thought would be a good car to bring to Lemons for us. But then you just can't find them anymore, really. And then these other cars keep falling in our laps. We had a long team talk about what to buy before we bought the Z, and there was much rum involved. And we talked through all kinds of stuff, and eventually we settled on the Z, mostly because Jeff really wanted another rear drive car and didn't want another Honda Civic, which is my choice. And here we are. It's only taken us 2 years to build the damn thing.
See, we just have a lot full of dumb things we already have, but it's just finding the time to cage all of them. That's what's taking years.
We've got it down that we can cage a car in essentially a weekend and a half at this point. We've done enough of them. So we're going to do it again. Here we go.
See, we'll probably talk at Pit about V8 GM V8 truck swaps, because that's what we're contemplating for a Subaru SVX we have sitting around.
Well, I'm now I won't call myself a professional. I will call myself a amateur with experience. How about that? At the GM V8 swap. So if you get that far, let me know, because I'll share the few bits of things I have learned. Yep. Or you can listen to our engine swap series on EONR, which is mostly why you shouldn't do engine swaps. Is really the main thing there.
Okay, I listen to those episodes intently, and it's just like 3 or 4 hours of don't do this, and I'm sitting here like, yeah, we can do this.
Yeah. There's the irony is not lost on me that every single car we race has an engine swap. Every single one. Some of them are the smarter swaps, like the Stock Plus swaps. Do those. Do those all day. Those are great. The big custom ones, though, don't. Those are terrible. They will suck your time forever. And yeah, don't do those.
The last race we did with the Pinto, we did an engine swap on it that we did not take a single measurement in the entire swap. So the entire powertrain was off by 5 degrees to the left. It was okay.
Adequate. Yeah. Yeah. Engine swaps are just hard, kids. Really. Oh, Greg. Sexual chocolate in the wall.
Got punted by a Skippy.
I'm just so excited for sexual chocolate. And Matt, there are no cautions coming. Because apparently if we throw a caution, it's going to be like 4 laps of everyone riding behind the pace car, and that's dumb.
Not good. That's going to make everybody mad. Oh, Sitko's having a rough time.
Apparently Scott might be bringing a big block V8 Volvo 780 to New Hampshire. Scott, looking forward to it. That'll be great. So you're also doing a motor swap. It's a terrible idea. And New Hampshire's a long time away, and it's going to take you that long to finish it. Ask me how I know.
Been there, done that. Did a podcast about it.
Several, in fact. Here's a lesson I've learned in 2 major engine swaps. Switched power. There's a difference between switched in on and switched in start. And also switched in on and start. Yeah, be careful with that, because it's hard to find something that's switched in on and start.
Yeah, that's different.
That exact thing has been the reason why 2 of our major engine swaps did not start the first time around.
That's rough.
And in a 92 300ZX, I will tell you there is 1 wire in the entire car that is hot in start. That's it. So now I found that wire.
It's an important wire.
It is. Totally is. Fortunately, I have the OEM service manual on PDF, and I've used that extensively. apparently Scott hasn't even tried to swapping his big block into a 78. He's asking, is it even going to work? Would it even fit in that smaller car? I don't know. You have a tape measure? And also, Scott, if you want to hear about engine swaps, you can listen to our entire series of them on the UNR podcast about why you shouldn't do engine swaps. So that's a great way to go. But for Volvo 780s in particular, the stock 2.3 turbo is actually quite a good motor. That's a great way to go. And there's a lot of knowledge out there about 4 to 5 liters in Volvos. So look for that. I'm happy to point out that Aaron is doing better than his Uncle Dave by 1 position. So it's nice to point that out to Uncle Dave.
Actually, I think Dave just passed him.
See, I feel like all major engine swaps, like he's considering, need to be started in a concept phase on like a Saturday night after about a fifth of rum, and it needs to be written out on the back of a greasy pizza box, and that greasy pizza box has to sit there until about Wednesday morning, and then you look at what you wrote, and then that will determine on Wednesday morning if it's still a good idea. That means it is meant to be.
Yeah, we usually use whiteboards. And also, it's a great theory in general there, Randy. All of our best themes have to pass the weekend test. Is you have to create the theme idea deep into some rum on a Saturday night. And then it has to still be a good idea a couple days later when you're at work. And
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Because there's one theme idea when we were... Yeah, Chrissy's laughing about it. There's one theme idea. We were... All right, well, hey, we've got time. Let's fill some time. So one of the guys in our team, Bruce, one of the guys, he's the head mechanic and one of the better drivers on our RX-7 team, Black Betty. Bruce has raced 3/4 midgets for years on indoor tracks, which amazingly, they basically set up a track in a hockey rink, basically, and they put Coke syrup on the floor to make it sticky, and they run 9 or 8 second laps doing this. It seems ridiculous. It kind of is. It's amazing. It's fun. It's whatever. Everyone has their thing. So one of the races is an indoor race in Atlantic City in January in their boardwalk hall. So we always go to support Bruce and have a good time. It's a great time for us to get together too. Obviously this year it didn't happen, but every other year for several years we've all gone and had a great time. So anyway, Bruce, where was I going with the story? I don't even know why I started this story, but I started talking about Bruce. Oh yeah, so these Atlantic City races are always where we drink too much and think about upcoming Lemons races and themes. And Bruce is the only one that has to stay sober because he's driving. Everyone else gets good and shitty.
All day.
Like, yeah, most of the day. What else are we doing? So we have a good time. So one theme that got some traction when everyone was good and shitty was monkeys throwing poo. And
okay, I'm in.
Right, yeah, right, totally. And it was hilarious when everyone's really drunk, and we even got so far as well. Then we have the Pied Piper, we have the Pooed Piper, and how do we actually like costume for this? Like, what do we use for the poo? Like, how do we actually throw it? And we got really deep into the logistics of it, and then the next day we're like, yeah, nah, I don't know. So Right. But even though we got so deep into the monkeys throwing theme and everything, and then it didn't pass the 2 days later test. Oh well. And I'm okay with that. So hey, if anyone else wants to use a monkey throwing poo theme, you're welcome.
See, we have a terrible tendency of finally settling on a theme and, putting a little bit of work into it. And then a day or two before the race, sometimes on the way to the race, a way better idea comes up. And like, okay, shit, guess we got to change this up.
Only lambs, right?
That's exactly how, somewhere on Interstate, I think it was 80, we were just leaving PA on the way to New Hampshire, and Only Lambs just kind of popped into my brain.
And that was great. And I do appreciate your stories about going to the guy at Kinko's to having him print the questionable pictures that you used and put up all over the paddock for Only Lambs. That was great.
Like, I show up and, like, this guy, he looks at what's in the box, and then he looks at me, and he gives me that kind of judgy eye contact, and then he starts telling, like, I feel like he tries to put me at ease, so he starts telling me stories about this local that he prints for. They're like a bodybuilding undertaker of some sort, and like I don't know where he was going.
That's a theme right there. The bodybuilding undertaker.
No, that's not a thing.
Yeah, and he just kind of looks at it and looks at me and goes, and like the very first thing to come to his mind was like, yeah, I've got this one customer, they're a mortician, and they also like to do juice.
Small town New Hampshire. What are you gonna do?
That does put us in a strange predicament of how do we top Only Lambs? How do we continue from Only Lambs? It's turning into like a 6-month fiasco there.
Yeah, that's a high thing to
go, Ryan.
No, I was just saying that's a high mark to try and beat.
Yeah, I don't know how to tell you to beat that, Randy. I mean, that was a stroke of genius. And I'm sure you'll have another one. Just drink more. See how it seems on Wednesday.
See, the one concept we had, and we can't use it because the domain is already taken, but we thought about doing Only Lambs, but like LAMBS, and just having the exact same website, but it's just based on the Sloman brothers and any other New Zealander Lemons Beat Space drivers.
So those two are going to get their face in a lot of sheep, apparently.
I mean, they're probably used to it.
Just one sheep, and forever.
Only wool. I like that.
And when we say Only Lambs, people, if you're not in the joke, LAMMS, because the founder of Lemons, Jay Lamb, his last name is LAMM. So Randy made a page, onlylambs.com, LAMMS. So, hey, Randy, is that page actually up? You own the URL. That page exists still, right?
Oh, yeah. That page will probably stay up until the last member of our team is dead.
Oh, don't you have it on auto-renew for the URL? Come on.
Almost certainly. Like, that is truly a work of art. It can't leave this ethereal plane. I really, really love that website, and I can't take too much credit for the actual layout of the website. That was our other Donnie, our OG Donnie before we met Florida Donnie, and he put that together. And every single link on that site actually points to the useful version on the legit Lemon site.
So it's solid consumer advice. In addition to being entertainment. That's great. Good for you. You are a stand-up member of society.
I mean, all of those words have been a bit stretched, but I'll take it.
without Mental here, we're all trying to fill some words because, you know.
Big shoes to fill.
If Mental were here, he'd be talking about how he actually got his Toyota truck running. He has a 78 Hilux that he bought from a migrant worker that was coated in a solid layer of dust.
Was the truck coated or the migrant worker coated?
Yes is the answer.
Just clarify.
Yeah, and it had been subject to a whole variety of, let's call them field expedient repairs over the years, and including the fuel system that leaked just tremendously, the seats that weren't really attached to anything, you know, all the things you can imagine a 78 Toyota truck would experience living in Las Vegas. It actually runs and drives now. So he's pretty excited about getting that done. And he's also done his entire roof by himself, like torn it all off. Like, so he's going for the migrant worker, like all around Mental right now. He's doing roofing jobs and driving a 78 Toyota truck. He's all in.
Oh, this builds on to the 3 p.m. E1R action figures. Like, there's a special edition migrant worker Mental.
Yes, yep. Comes with a Mexican blanket and some tequila, and
those hot dogs that you get from the trailer in front of Home Depot.
Although the best tacos are from trucks outside junkyards and places like that. Like, those are the best ones.
I have never seen that, but then again, I'm in Detroit, so.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, taco trucks. I once heard that there was a promise of potentially taco trucks in every corner, and that didn't work out. I only wish it had, because that would be wonderful. And if you're ever driving up I-95 and you go by New Haven, Connecticut, and there's the IKEA on the one side and the water on the other, but right by the water in New Haven, they have a whole taco truck row. And it used to be just a couple trucks on the road. And it got to be such a thing that New Haven even renovated this whole street by the water and put in power poles for the trucks and extra parking and trash and crosswalks, and they embraced it. And there are probably 20 taco trucks or various food trucks that are there. It is fantastic. So if you're ever coming up I-95, New Haven, Connecticut, stop at the taco trucks at New Haven by the IKEA. The one we like the best is called La Patrona, and it's absolutely delicious. So stop and get yourself some tacos al pastor or whatever else you might want, like the street corn, like whatever. It's all so good. So your food truck tip of the day.
So now this might be the saving grace of that town, because I hate that town. Because coming back from, we stopped there to sleep, coming back from New Hampshire last fall, and everything that could have gone wrong went wrong, and like every hotel was full, and we finally get to one. They're like, why do you have a cat? You can't have a cat here. And meanwhile, like, because we had done Gingerman the weekend before, so I've been on the road for 2 weeks doing lemony things, and I just want to sleep. And that town was just, no. But I might have to give it a shot for the trucks.
In New Haven, yeah, not a good town. But I have many questions here, Randy. First off, I didn't know you brought a cat to races and traveled with you. That is question number one. Tell me more.
Oh, okay. So hang on, because this one's gonna get a little bit long and maybe a little sentimental. So, this cat, his name was Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson was a wonderful kitty, like phenomenal. We got him about a year ago, and we picked him up. He was a feline leukemia positive kitty. So like, okay, we'll give this little guy a shot. He seems pretty cool. We grab him, and he hides for 2 weeks. We do not ever see him. We don't know where he is. He just hides. After about 2 weeks, he pops his head out, and he's just the most lovable creature in the whole world ever since then. Well, because of the leukemia, we couldn't board him anywhere or have him stay with other cats for race weekends, so we had to take him with us. You following so far?
I got you. Yep.
So we bring him along, and we bring him in this little carrier, and he is the best cat. He will just sit in that carrier on the highway for 13 hours at a time. Wonderful traveling cat. So we brought him to Gingerman the weekend before. We brought him from Detroit to Gingerman to Detroit to Pittsburgh to New Hampshire to Pittsburgh to back to Detroit, all within 2 weeks. Didn't complain a bit about it. He was great, and he was sitting there with us. He was part of our little paddock, and he was just a great cat. So fast forward, or no, it was a couple weeks before that. One of our teammates actually got married, and I performed the ceremony. That's a completely different story. We'll get to that one. And so I go to Pittsburgh for a couple days, bring the cat along, and that weekend there was an autocross at Pittsburgh. So naturally, I bring the cat to the autocross, and I'm sitting there announcing in the timing trailer, and I've got the cat, and the cat is just watching the starting line as cars are doing burnouts and break stands and leaving. And the very first burnout the cat sees, and his eyes get real big, and he looks at me, and then he looks back, and he's just enthralled with burnouts for really just the rest of time. He was a wonderful, wonderful cat.
You're saying all this in past tense. Is Magic Johnson still with us?
So the weekend of the ice scrotium, he wasn't feeling too great, and we were, watching him closely, trying to make sure he was all right, and hoping he would pull through, because the cat was indestructible. Like, I watched this cat once eat about 3 feet of butcher's twine, and he just didn't care. He was fine, and took him, later.
Box must have been fun the next day. Like, you just pick up.
He was fine. Yeah. He actually held on to the twine for about 3 or 4 days, just trying to digest it, and then he was like, nope, and bark. But the day after the ice scrotium, he wasn't doing any better. We took him in, and they're like, no, he's got the bad stuff, and you should probably come by and say goodbye. And that was Magic. So we now have Magic Johnson, the eternal icon of the League of Legitimate Nigerian Businessmen. We have this wonderful little picture of him in his orange carrier walker, where he looks like a disgruntled construction foreman. We're printing that out and putting that on the tachometer of every race car, because Magic Johnson will judge you if you send a rod into space.
As he should. Yeah.
But yeah, Magic Johnson was a wonderful kitty, and he will so we're trying to figure out what to do. We'll probably have we have his little paw print, from his last day. We'll probably keep that in the car at all times, because that's what he would have wanted. He was a great cat. God damn it, I miss him.
It's good luck there too. Yeah. Yeah, we have one kitty now. Her name's Asti. She's somewhere between 12 and 14 years old. We're not really sure, but we've had her for at least 11. And she has thyroid problems. We just diagnosed that yesterday. So now we're on to pills there for our poor, nice little old cat. Also, a wonderful kitty. She's also deaf and doesn't like to travel, but she's really nice when she's home.
So I am also quite lucky that that whole thing, whenever Magic left, that was pretty not great. And my sister surprises me with a cat a couple weeks later. Like, oh, okay, we'll take care of the little scruffy thing. And we bring her home, and we're trying to think of what to name her. And I did not name this cat. I have to preface this one. This was a girlfriend provided and approved name. The cat's name is, we call her and pronounce it Tibby, but her real name is TBI, and it does indeed stand for throttle body injection.
I thought it was traumatic brain injury.
That also was part of it.
Excellent.
Chat is demanding a picture of your cat, Randy, of Michael or Magic Johnson. Excuse me.
I will have to. Yeah, whenever I pit here in a couple laps, I'll throw something in the Discord.
Nice. There we go. There you go, Brian.
We'll pour some out from Magic Johnson. Good kitty.
Yeah.
Actually, Randy, I don't know if you were there you were there at New Hampshire this last year in the fall.
Yeah.
One of the Lemons rally cars was a van, like a bronze Ford van, has a cat that travels with them. It's a black cat. They call it Danica Catrick. And she's the rally cat and goes on all the Lemons rallies with them. They've been all over the place in that van with that cat. So if you ever see Lemons rally with a gold, old, like 82 Ford van, there's a cat in it.
Oh, that is wonderful.
Yeah, our current cat, I don't know, she likes being home too much. She's cool. She's not a race cat. And apparently there's also there's a Facebook page, I think, for Tandy the Track Cat. Or if you just Google Tandy the Track Cat, is a cat that goes to tracks and actually really likes watching racing. Like it's standing up on the dash of the RV, watching the cars go by, and really thinks it's a great time. So track cats are cool.
So there's apparently a wild pack of cats that live at Pit Race. And whenever I was at that autocross at Pit Race and I had Magic in the timing trailer, the one guy that runs the show there, he pops into the trailer and they're very used to my level of shenanigans. And he has to start down the inevitable conversation of, Randy, no, you cannot steal a track cat and bring it into the timing trailer.
So that was his assumption automatically, as you had stolen the cat.
Naturally.
Summit Point is littered with cats. There are cats everywhere at Summit Point, not just deer.
Yeah, I think every track and every race team needs a cat.
Even if it's Nyan cat, that's okay.
Still counts.
I mean, a jaguar also counts, too, because we need more jaguars on track, frankly.
You could probably convince us into a lot of dumb things. I don't know if racing a Jag is necessarily one of them.
But it's a Jag.
Oh, I'm sure most of us would be dumb enough to buy a Jag on like a Tuesday night bender and wake up, what the hell did I do? I don't know if we'd be able to go through with it like caging and all.
Like, who doesn't want like an XJS though? Like XJS would just look great. You know, and just make it work. It'll be fine. It's because it's a Jag.
That's fair. I could probably be pretty easily talked into picking up a Jag, especially if I don't have to drive it. Like just a good-looking one, just to look at.
We almost bought a Jag to replace Chrissy's Mazda, and we ended up with the Mercedes wagon, but the other top pick was the Jag XF Sport Brake, and it was a tough choice between them. But the interior of the Jag was just kind of a letdown, where the interior of the Mercedes is just gorgeous. But the Jag was great to drive, a lot of fun, looked great, but just sadly the interior just wasn't there. First world problems. Another first world problem. Polisek is over a minute in the lead right now. I think it's time for a flag.
Yikes.
Yep. This shall not stand.
This aggression shall not stand.
30-second black flag.
Yeah, that's even after Randy gave him a little...
Nerfed him. Yeah.
Right.
Well, I killed him, and then he came back and killed me, and there was a lot of time consumption there, and he's still up there. Like, guy might actually be good at racing or whatever this is.
Yeah, that's why it doesn't belong here. We don't like your kind around here.
And stay out of the Woolsworth. Yeah, there's a whole spreadsheet we have running of terrible theme concepts, just to pick from, and one of them is in there of if we ever have a teammate who's under 3'6", something like that, just to do a full-blown "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou" theme.
Nice.
Why are you not searching for a little person teammate right now? Like,
You think we're not?
I guess, right? Come on, isn't there an only? No, I don't know.
Do you have any idea what that classified ad looks like? Nigerian businessman looking for short race car driver.
I would be interested to see the logistics of how you fit a car to fit you and a little person safely.
I understand all of those words. That order's a little strange, but I got all the individual words.
I mean, it would be excellent. You almost might have to use that. There was a team several years ago that had a car. It was a Volkswagen that they had full-out driver controls on both the left and right sides of the car because they had such a disparity of sizes in their team. So, like, the one side was for the tall people and the other side was for the short people. So, if you were short, you went on the right side. If you were tall, you went on the left side. And so I think that might be the kind of solution you'd have to have for that one.
Oh yeah, that could totally work. Or if we did convert a Simca to center steering, and by convert I mean move the seat over 8 inches, just have it move back and forth plus or minus 3 feet. Or, hear me out, if you can recruit one vertically challenged teammate, recruit a second one, put them together in the same car, just so whenever it tries to go on track, it just rolls up to Dale in a, it's got the suit that just says Donnie on it, and it's just one guy on the shoulders of another in this car, and Dale just kind of looks at him like, that's probably fine.
That's not a thing. He's gonna be like, 2 people, do you both have wristbands? Okay, good. No problem here. Go. How do you belt them in with the belts? No, it's just very complicated.
Happy birthday, Dale. We hired some midgets for you.
But it'd be hilarious. And confusing at the same time.
I feel like that's pretty much our MO.
Quite.
I was really looking forward to full-blown Paddock partying again, hopefully in the near future.
Totally. Yeah. Hopefully when someday we'll be closer to real world again.
Did I tell you guys about the Paddock party concept for pit race last year?
Tell us more.
So we had it was all based on a typo. Instead of pit race, I accidentally typed out pit rave. So like, okay, this is a cool concept. Let's throw a rave at the pit paddock. Well,
yeah.
So I throw it up as a Facebook event. About a month and a half or so before Pittsburgh was supposed to be last year, and it suddenly starts spreading like wildfire to all of the locals of like Elwood City and Beaver County, like
local other people, not
people who don't know what 24 Hours of Le Mans is, let alone who Jay Lamb is. There were about 450 RSVPs.
Oh, okay. Oh.
And that was one of those things that we were a little glad the race was canceled, but also I kind of wanted to see how that one played out.
People were like, oh, party at pit race. Okay. All right, so some carnage went down in this race. Somebody spatulated a Skippy. Nope, the Skip. Yep. Yep. Skippy just hit the car. Oh.
He gone.
Oh, I hope he's not in VR. And if he is, I hope he closes his eyes.
Skippy just hit the wall. Never had it all.
Ouch.
Yeah, hitting anything in a Skippy is really tough. And Chris is just saying he did hit in a Skippy, hit a wall, and it's in real life, and it's terrible.
Oh, that's right.
And we have the cone of the car in our garage.
Surprise butt sex.
Yep, that happened too. Oh, Lady Gabernon. Darn.
Not too bad. Not too bad. I think the Skippy was the only casualty. Smoking in the pits.
Yeah, what's on fire there? Something.
So as soon as I black flagged Polisek, P2 made a pit stop, so he didn't pick up any time.
Oh,
Damn it.
Come on!
There you go, Ryan. There's some pictures of Magic Johnson in the Discord now.
Thank you. Ooh, nice.
Race Litter is he's running clean. Can't really fault him for that, though. Oh, Mr. Johnson! This looks like a very nice cat. And I saw your Facebook post, especially when it's sudden, it's terrible. Chris was making inappropriate posts about this.
I just want to say everyone is appreciating looking at Randy's Johnson and thinking it's wonderful.
I really always knew this is how the internet would play out for me.
Oof, contact. Randy trying to do the Lord's work again. Randy's trying.
holding a pretty wheel there, Randy. Oh!
Oh no!
It's okay. I got it.
I had to open my mouth. That's my fault. Sorry about that.
I think it was the first time I've really been sideways all race, except for, that time Paddock spatulaed me.
Right.
But that's okay, because that taught me where I could find high-quality spatulas at one low price. Spatula City. So spatulas, and that's all.
Yes, it's a thing.
Oh, man. The random zoom in on the hood. That's great. Let's see. Tyler Stank now in the leading Class A car. Second in Class A, Kevin Hesser. Third in Class A, Elazar Mann in a Mustang. First in Class B, Calvin Owens. He's got a 12.5 second lead or so over Charles Gerard. Of course, Polasek still leading. Oh.
Yeah, I hate that Calvin and the Burning Bell guys are actually kind of good at this, because they're some of my meat space peeps, and it's almost painful to watch your friends succeed.
All this, yeah, better than watching Pulsing succeed.
I feel like if we ever wanted a spin-off of Lemon's iRacing, we could do a broadcast the next day and just do Monday Night Rehabilitation, where the cheaty winners are in a Solstice and everyone else is in monster trucks, and it's just a gladiator race.
Yeah.
So who gets to drive the Dildozer? We've thought hard about how we could possibly make a Dildozer or ass blaster on the roof of one of our Lemons cars and have it actually actuate. And that's the hard part. Yeah. I mean, there's never enough Dildozer, really.
Oh no, naturally.
Brian saying he bought a DVD copy of UHS for his wife for her birthday, and she was not impressed.
Man, how do you give people that relationship advice of it's over? Because I feel like that's what we have to do here.
You usually try to make it more subtle than that. Are you happy? Is this really where you see yourself and what you want?
But I feel like the whole being disappointed in UHF thing, I feel like that just skips all of those steps. Like, that is the do not pass go, do not collect $200 card of we should see other people.
Is it time to flag Polasek again? Because a minute out.
Sure. There's another one.
Another one.
You think he'd learn one of these days, like, stay 20 seconds ahead. And you don't get,
Yeah.
and you don't
How
get
many
the
times
ire.
do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Everybody pretty spread out there right now.
How's Class B doing these days? It's so easy to forget about the Miatas and Skippies.
It's actually the Skippy here for Charles Gerard. He's leading. The Little Lebowski Urban Achievers. Nice. Great team name there. Second is Raymond Muratori in the Sexual Chocolate.
He'll be blinded soon. It's
And
okay.
Chris Yoder, Burning Bell, is in third. He was leading. I wonder what happened. Still in the same lap, so maybe just a pit cycle.
Okay. Good to check in on
All
the B
right.
class. That's God's chosen class. So whatever the slowest
Indeed.
cars are, those are the most fun.
James Pancoast is in the Skippy here, is running in 34th. 17 laps off the pace, but still out there, still digging.
He's a scruffy looking Nerf herder too, apparently.
Yes. Lady A still out there in the Chungus Bird with the Xbox controller. Poor thing. It's not an easy car to drive with a. It's not an easy car to drive with the wheel and pedals, let alone an Xbox controller. I don't think I could pull it off. $16 to go. Guess Mikey decided not to pit this lap for his black flag.
I mean, it'll stop him eventually, right?
Right.
Which is good. That's what he deserves.
He's really just trying to run the clock against us.
Yeah, 15 minutes. That's not, you can't run it out.
I mean, probably thinking in his head, like, okay, in the next 15 minutes, if I get 2 laps per black flag, how many black flags can they give me?
You'd be surprised there, Mikey.
Plenty.
We can give you all of the black flags.
Maybe he did pit. I missed it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 15 seconds. All right. At least now there's a chance. Come on, Bureau 3. There you go.
And
And
they're
Randy,
both
I
in
gotta
the
say,
boot.
you're hanging out with us here all night, and you're still like 16th overall. Well done, sir.
Yeah.
Like, you're staying out of trouble.
Thank you. I'm really just as confused as everyone at home.
Yeah. How did this happen? I have no idea.
I was trying to think of how this came to be, and really the only sentence that popped into our head was also one of the phrases that we thought of as a Meat Space team name was, "Put down the bong, son, and come to Jesus."
See, coming up with a team name, it's an important ritual. And there's a variety of ways to do it. I mean, you could pay a marketing firm thousands and thousands of dollars to tell you what your team name could be, especially when they tell you, oh, it should just be Matt Connolly Motorsports, right? For example. The way we did it is we sat in the garage with some beverages and a whiteboard and had lists of basically it was a descriptor and then a noun and then an adjective. So, and then putting them all together, like, well, let's pick this one, and this one, this one. So it had to be something that was safe enough for work that you could wear the shirt or tell people about it. So it couldn't just be, these sexy ass blasters, right? Or something like that. As great as that would be, So that's how we came up with Three Puddle Mafia, was the whiteboard full of various names and just kind of linking them across of this and that and that, and that was the one that kind of stuck. So there was, instead of like Mafia, there's again consortium, or right, consortium, team, affiliation, group, whatever, etc. So how did the League of Legitimate Nigerian Businessmen become your chosen name there, Randy?
So the League of Legitimate Nigerian Businessmen was a thing long before we ever started racing cars. It was a name that we had of a online gaming clan for a lot of these same miscreants, and the name has stuck with us for whatever group project we do. So like, we've gone to these massive, several hundred people gaming LAN parties, and we'll go as the League of Legitimate Nigerian Businessmen, and it just so happens that this particular rendition of it is a racing team.
Today I learned.
I mean, you can't get much cooler than a couple 100-person LAN parties. I mean,
man, that is a level of geek that it's really, really something, and like, it's a special moment in your life whenever somebody like calls out for you over the PA system, but they have to do it by gamer tag, and you just hear in this like massive building with hundreds of people, Wilford Brimjob, your cheese sticks are done, and you're the one that has to stand up. Whenever my journey of this ethereal plane is over, I hope that's one of the highlights that gets replayed.
Wilford Rimjob, your cheese sticks are done. Yeah. I mean, that's a team name right there, including the comma.
That is indeed. Well, we've also tried, we've thought about seeing how long we can make our name before Eric just gives up. So
it becomes etc.
Well, because every race on that manila envelope, it's either just those goddamn Nigerians or the businessmen or just some shortened version of that. But we found out that the actual entry software on the site doesn't seem to have a meaningful character limit.
You'll find it, don't worry.
Well, we did sign up for a race as the league formerly known as the League of Legitimate Nigerian 2 Electric Boogaloo, live on ice in 3D, now in Technivision, or Technicolor, that's it. And that all fit.
Right. Good. Yeah. Yeah, they just write ours on our envelopes as 3 p.m. That's all now. Just 3 letters.
We also thought about really picking at Matt Ferenchek and going to a race also as Matt Ferenchek Motorsports, and that's the whole theme. Like, yeah, we paid some ad agency and they told us to be Matt Ferenchek Motorsports too.
Matt Ferenchek is he's picking on Matt Connolly. The whole joke is that there's a guy in I think he runs Champ Car. It's Matt Connolly Motorsports, and we were talking to Bill Strong one day on the show, and we've been joking about Matt Connolly Motorsports as having the worst team name in racing, and he was there, and he said, not ironic, like he didn't know he was a joke, that he paid a marketing firm to come up with his race team name, and he paid him a significant amount of money for them to tell him to have his race team name as his name. And so now it's just a great joke, and Matt Ferenchek picked that up, and instead of his team name is usually Silent but Deadly, and he's like, no, we're just gonna be Matt Ferenchek Motorsports, and he changed it just to be funny because it's a joke. So yeah.
I did not know that. So that means that he did the joke so well that truly there has to be bonus points for effectiveness.
Yeah, that's one of those themes and things that like only a handful of people get it. It means you've done it right. Right, this is like Inception. We're in the 4th level down. Like, you got to be careful going any deeper than that.
That was another meat space theme concept we had, would be to sign up as another team without their knowledge. Sign up as another team and clone their normal car and theme and paint scheme as close as possible, just to really see what can be done.
Well, one time we had a theme of sorry for attention whore racing, and that just made us closer to that team. Actually, we're all great friends. Yeah. It was a good time. And actually, a different race we did. Sorry for party, SARI. And we're our sorries. And we played the Honda Company song, which is highlighted in one of the Lemons videos that Phil thought that was great. Which is a really, really awful 20-minute long, like, terrible Indian dance party that has a Honda logo, but not really a Honda logo. It's like a knockoff Honda logo in the corner. I don't know. Again, this is too far down the rabbit hole.
So that terrible Lemons spotter voice pack that I made for iRacing a while back, that's one of the random sound clips that it can draw of. If you do something terrible enough, it will play that Honda Company song for about 8 minutes in your ear.
Yeah, that's great, Randy. So we got 5 minutes left. Polisek is still leading, and he keeps building up. Like, what are you doing, people? Somebody's got to take him out. Like, you can't let him win. It's just, it can't happen.
How many people have installed the Randy Bish spotter pack?
I don't know if I ever put it up to share it, because I don't know if anybody was ever silly enough to use it.
Why don't you try?
This group?
You know, I'll just throw it up in Discord or wherever I can share it at some point this week if somebody reminds me. But it's wonderful. Like, you'll cut a curb and suddenly Jay is in your ear just screaming about the Wolseley Hornet.
I mean, that is a passionate subject for many, certainly.
There's got to be half a dozen different sound clips involving Phil and pee holes.
Phil is passionate about the pee hole. And I don't know if people know this, but Judge Phil, is a pornographer, in that he has written a porn novel. And it's called Torment Incorporated, and it's sold tens of copies in the UK, because apparently BDSM is very popular there. So for a theme, we were basing it on that once, and so we read the book, and it's impossible not to... Yes, I read the book. Yeah, I did. And anyway, it's impossible not to hear the entire thing in Phil's voice, which makes it even more disturbing.
Right.
I feel like there's a market for a crossover theme based on that, but just like Torment Mystery Incorporated.
Get to it, Randy. Come on.
My theme spreadsheet has me booked until like 2035.
Yes, and?
I still have to figure out how we're going to even do erotic Randy Newman's used car sales.
You'll find a way. I'll have to say, like, it's tough retheming entirely every race. We did that one year, that every single race of 5 races we did was in a completely new theme, like different paint job, different costumes, different everything. It was a lot of work.
We have never reused a meat space theme.
We did, because also some of them were just too good, and also we're into this like 50 races deep now. And
I was going to ask, how many races have you got?
Yeah, I think I'm over 50.
I'm at, it's a really low number. It's like 5, maybe 6. We just kind of hit the ground running with our particular brand of mental disability.
I mean, you found your group of idiots, no doubt.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Like this is where we're supposed to be.
So 2 minutes. Can someone please hit Polasek? Please. And hit him harder than Randy did. Randy wasn't trying hard enough, apparently. He was trying to be nice. There's no time for niceness here.
Man, my driving was so aggressive that my name became a verb.
That's right.
Everyone has something to be proud of.
And then apparently, if the Discord is to be believed, apparently the guys at the Meat Space Real Life Vicious RV, like they're thinking about doing a Meat Space race. Like there's so much crossover potential here.
Excellent.
When there's all these cars, all of them can hit him, and they're not.
Nope.
Folks.
Where is he on the track?
He's coming out of the boot.
You know, whenever we're talking about hitting him, like how far up his family tree do we want him to see when he hits the wall?
Only a little. He's only 30 seconds ahead. We just want him to not win.
Okay, that's fair. See, these are important.
Come on, Aaron, take him out. Aaron, you're right next to him. Take him out, Aaron.
Oh.
Aaron didn't do it.
Ooh.
You messed up, Aaron.
He did done mess up, Aaron. So I think we're on the last lap, or is the next lap the last lap?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a white. Yep, there we go. White flag. Tyler Stank leading Class A. Charles Gerard and the Skippy still leading Class B. Something must have happened to Chris Yoder. He's 34 seconds back. Polasek in the bus stop. Inner loop.
I mean, yeah, I think we could use just a soundboard, just a miscellaneous broadcast booth soundboard.
Definitely. Be at least 4 buttons with mental sayings on there.
This great big red button under like one of those glass protective cases that you have to flip up. You just press it, and it's just 28 minutes of Phil rambling.
That's like the first. That's like the whole first season.
Oh god, I've accidentally killed a B-class car. If you are out there, whoever just died, I am sorry. That was a complete accident.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Well, if you get a Phil soundboard, it's nothing but talk about pee holes and Richard Nixon sex robots and various other Eastern European dictators.
So anyway, that's about the third time I stuck my pecker in the electrical outlet. It'd just be stuff like that.
What's funny is hearing Phil kind of like out of character when he's not Judge Phil and he's just Phil Grayton. He loses some of the graveliness and excitement in his voice, and it's really cool.
Oh no!
Nice job. There we go.
Holy Lady A just fell out of the sky like she was dropped from the heavens. Oh man.
That's a perfect place to eat.
Ooh.
You get a good run. There we go.
Nice.
I was having a good race, and then I'm in the roof.
That's great.
Yeah, straight down. Bam!
If only she'd landed on Polisek. Try harder next time. Yeah.
At that point, there could only be
That was
a
close,
moment where we all just
dude.
stopped, and we really just reach out to whatever our favorite deity is at that point.
Like, that's pretty legit. Look at that. Wow.
So close. So close.
Like that scene in Twister where like they're driving down the road and all this stuff keeps falling out of the sky.
It's a raining man.
That too. Ooh.
Well, gentlemen, it's been a lovely evening. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out all night. I know you stayed later than normal, so I wouldn't be by myself. Thanks, Randy too, for being up here in the booth too all night. Oh, more death.
Oh, that's no problem.
Oh,
I got to
cars
spread the
just falling out of the
gospel with
sky.
Magic Johnson Kitty Cat Adventure, so like for me, it's a total win.
Yeah, that's a win for me too. Thanks for sharing that with us. Oh,
It's gonna be so weird this year whenever the meat space races start up again, and after the checkered flag is not immediately followed up with 14 emergency room visits.
could you imagine if everybody just piled into turn one after the race? That'd be so bad. Jeez.
Now, what did they tell me to do in the drivers' meeting? Clang.
Polisek saying he got a penalty and no longer is the winner. He got a 2-minute and 33-second penalty for driving the wrong way. Oh. 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 What the hell was that? That was awesome.
Are we still giving out
Ron.
rolls?
We should be.
Because I mean, at this
was
point, I
amazing.
feel like we would just have to give Polisek, just send him a Costco membership.
Yeah, definitely. That was brutal. Damn, the Miata's on top of the catch fence. Ow. Oh, man. David Bryan, Bam! It's a sandwich shot into the fence there. Nicely done, Ron. Ron Harrington for the win.
Ron truly is just a gleaming sparkle of this particular league.
Oh, that's so bad. Damn. That's brutal. Wondering how fast Ron's going when he hit him. Let's see. 170 miles an hour. That's just right. Oh.
Yeah, that's a good number. That feels like a 10th grade physics problem. You are in a 1987 G body. Your opponent is in a Miata. How fast do you have to go to send both of you to the afterworld?
That's right. Solve for X.
Show your work.
Yeah. Oh, more death. Wow. Jeez. Holy shnikes.
Broken Volkswagen products in this little corner. It just looks like a Volkswagen buyback lot.
Trying to figure out who that was. Just catching air. There we go.
And for any of you at home listening that are really, really bored and really dedicated, here's a stat that I need to know. How many laps has the Shark Kitty on a Roomba done in the last year?
1 million.
Like, that cat has to have done more laps than most of us in meat space or iRacing.
Look at all the particles flying. That's crazy.
Oh, that is beautiful. See, whenever you get a real machine from Top Flight Computers, you get to see things like pain, suffering, and debris.
In crystal clear, high definition.
Brought to you in 1080 pain.
1080 pain. Nice. Wow. The junkyard down here. Oh, more death. Oh boy. Oh! Is that... Dude! No way.
Is this...
Santiago...
Let
Santiago
okay.
jumped through the air and hit another car that was in mid-flight. Unreal.
And let me check my notes. He is indeed gone.
Incredible. Wow.
I'm seeing the concept come up of how many hours of broadcast have there been. And if you figure we've done this practically every week for the last year. So say there's been whatever, it hasn't been a full year and you take out the off weeks, we're at what, 35, 40 races, multiply that by 3 hours or so. There's there's a lot.
That is a lot.
This is honestly one of my favorite podcasts.
Me too. Wow. I like how the Miata's still stuck in the catch fence.
And if you take it in slow-mo, you can see the exact moment that Bob loses his yearly bonus.
Oh. Oh boy. Ooh. The extra point is good.
In my head, there's just Wii Sports bowling music going on as we're watching this.
Yes, perfect.
Hey, Breakdancing
nice
Jets
shot.
are back.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah, the breakdancing Audi. Nice.
It's really the next level of simulation that iRacing it needs to aspire to. It's you hit the wall that hard and it just automatically builds your health insurance.
Oh, I think we're gonna wrap things up there. Thanks everybody for tuning in tonight. We'll be back next week for some trash racing at Irwindale, and I think iRacing Super Speedway too. Ooh,
that's gonna be
Dr.
fun.
Clodden. Thanks for the follow. Randy, thanks for hanging out in the booth all night with us and for the good times. Thanks to Chris and Chrissy from Three Pedal Mafia for being here. And hopefully Mental will be back next week and we'll make him do twice as many plugs to catch up. So thanks everybody for being here. Randy,
I've been practicing. I've been practicing.
Any shout outs? Any shout outs you want to do, Randy?
Yeah, it's okay. Let me think about this. If you got a car, your car needs tires, get those tires from Top Flight Computers. If you need better graphics, go ahead and get your components from Yokohama, and the Faith Insurance Agency does things. Real talk though,
Perfect.
All response are wonderful. You are all phenomenal. Thank you for sticking in there for this madness, and you people just bring me such joy.
Agreed. Yeah, thanks to all our partners out there. Thanks to 24 Hours of Lemons for putting all this on, and thanks everybody for tuning in and joining in on the fun. We'll see everybody next week, and until then, everybody out there stay safe.
Yeah.